Here I am in Williamston, Michigan. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I'm in front of Old Nation Brewing Company, and inside here they have world-class beer. And I've got my cold one, 2-gallon mini keg where I can have draft beer anywhere. They've agreed to fill this up to give that cold one a proper test drive. I'm gonna bring it back home and we're gonna enjoy some M43 over this Thanksgiving weekend. Don't you wish you were celebrating with us? Come on in, join me. We're now on the inside of Old Nation in Williamston, Michigan. This is Travis Fritz, the founder and brewer here. And it's just an honor that we want to get this filled off of one of your main tanks.
Easy.
And he came in on a day off, which is just super cool. So what do we do to get the beer that's in here in this little thing? Because I can't drive this home.
That's right. No, it's big to drive home and it's heavy. But counter pressure is the word, right? In all of this. So we've established a pretty great deal of head pressure on this tank, which now is 120 barrels, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
So imagine 240 half-barrel kegs. That's how much is in here.
Amazing.
And it's got a fair amount of head space, meaning empty space that's not filled with beer on the top of the tank.
Yep.
And that's now pressurized at just under 15 PSI, so about 1 bar of pressure. And that means the tank is ready to package. It's at temperature and ready to go. So what we are trying to do is transfer the beer from this tank to this smaller tank, right, which we'll call a keg, with 0 oxygen ingress, which means no oxygen getting into the beer. And also, importantly, I think as everybody knows, it should know, sanitary, right? So we're not introducing any other bacteria.
Right.
So to that end, we'll be hooking a line up from this sample valve, running it to the keg, and we'll allow just a little bit of CO2 in your pre-cleaned and charged keg to exit. As the pressures equalize and then become less in the keg, the beer will begin to fill as gently as possible, so we're not creating any foam in there, so we get a nice full keg at the end of the day. So yeah, we've got that metal straw that goes to the bottom, almost to the very bottom of the keg that starts here. And then you will at home go ahead and put that Sankey top on there, which will inject CO2 just like in this tank as head pressure. And just like in this tank, that beer will travel up through the straw and be easy to dispense right out of your system.
This mini keg is really a baby tank.
It really is. I mean, you know, these don't have spears like kegs do, but for all intents and purposes, it's counter pressure filling, which is brewing generally, right? In terms of packaging. So I'm ready to start when you are, and we can get her filled.
This is your expertise. I'll hand you it.
Awesome. So make sure we got all the gaskets together. That is the important part here. We've already got our blow-off hose there. We'll hook our fill hose up to here. We'll grab a wrench to make sure she's really on there in just a second, but okay. Now we've got our worm gear and our hose. We'll take some isopropyl. So these will all have been cleaned daily, but we just take the extra step to make sure we're not introducing anything where it shouldn't go. This goes up here. One more hit here. Make sure our connections are clean. So I'm looking at the line too to see whether it's beer is coming through or foam is coming through, right?
Right.
Boyle's law is going to tell us the gas will stay in solution under constant pressure at a constant temperature. So when temperatures or pressures change, gas coming out of solution is going to tell you that something's wrong on one side of the equation or the other. So that's what this is. Okay, now I can feel, if you want to feel, that the beer is coming in.
Oh yeah. We definitely have liquid in there.
But if we touch here, we can feel that there's no beer really moving at this point. So we'll crack this open.
Because the gas has been compressed.
It's equalized.
Right? Sure.
Right? The pressures between the tanks have equalized. So there we go. Okay, we got a little pressure coming out. We're going to take our time filling this.
Nice. And that's just the carbon dioxide.
It's just carbon dioxide in the tank coming out through the collar here and then out onto the ground.
This is awesome. So few people ever get to see this process.
And well, and this is a, you know, kind of a primitive way to do it. It's perfectly effective, but obviously it's time consuming. In our keg line over there, this whole process takes about 2 minutes for a big keg, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it's going under much, you know, extremely way more pressure, and it's steam serialized and all this stuff is happening. So this is clean and this will work, but it's certainly not the peak of technology.
Yeah, this is old school.
This is old school.
And worth noting, it'd be impossible, literally, to get any fresher beer than what I'm getting here.
This is as fresh as it gets,
This is awesome.
So we're equalizing pressure that doesn't even necessarily have to do with the pressure on the dial.
Yeah, it is amazing when you think about how you can control, like, there's massive potential pressure in this.
It's insane.
And you're controlling it on this little hose that's, what, a half inch?
Half inch.
And filling up this tiny thing. We got some overflow there.
So this is good. What we're seeing here tells me that we filled this one right up to the top without a lot of foam. And I'm wasting a little beer here, but it's worth it, right? Because what I'm looking at is clear cream foam, right? No big bubbles, none of that.
Yeah, super creamy.
So there we go.
And it's full.
Yep. Then we're going to shut this down here, unlock it here, pray for no spit. We did it.
I tell you what, Michigan State could bring you in to teach, let's say, be a guest professor on the fluid dynamics courses, because Dr. John Foss taught me all about Boyle's Law and all these column pressure
Henry's
and all
Law,
of this stuff. Yeah. But I mean, you're just a real life application when we thought, when will we ever use this? Well, if you're in a brewery, you may use it right away. So
I've been lucky enough to get called in for guest lectures in the food science program pretty often at Michigan State, which is nice.
That's dynamite. Yeah, pretty cool.
And then we're in business. All right.
It's like getting a celebrity's autograph.
Yeah, right.
But he's putting down the beer name on it, which is equally cool.
This is the 25th, is that right?
26, actually.
26?
Yeah.
I'm losing my track here. 25. Let's do this. All right, and we are...
Oh, look at that.
26th. We're in business.
It's official. We're going to take that, drop it right over here.
This on. She's ready to go.
How cool is that? Next time you guys see this, I'll be installing it into the cold one cooler, tapping it, and having the freshest pour of M43 in my kitchen. So y'all should be jealous, but this has been awesome as always.
It's awesome. Thanks, man.
Really, really appreciate your time, Travis.
No problem.
Very cool of you to open up your doors when you guys are closed, so thank you.